All right, here we go. We got two left. Let's do it. It says find all zeros of the polynomial given that x minus 3 is a factor. Well, if x minus 3 is a factor, then I'm going to set x minus 3 equal to 0 to get x equals 3. Okay, so we're going to use synthetic division here. All right, within synthetic division, I'm going to put a number in the box. Number that goes in the box comes from the factor that I'm given. If x equals 3, then 3 goes in there. Now I want to look at my coefficients of my polynomial. My coefficients are 1, 5, negative 20, and negative 12. I draw my line. Okay. The first number always comes straight down, so I get 1. To find out what goes here, I do 1 times 3, or 1 times whatever's in the box to get 3. To go down, I add. 5 plus 3 gives me 8. Now I go 8 times 3 to get 24. Add straight down, whoops, I get 4. 4 times 3 gives me 12. Add straight down, I get 0. Okay, so that's good. That tells me x minus 3 is a factor. That tells me x minus 3 is one of my zeros. All right, so my quadratic now is x squared plus 8x plus 4. Okay, now here's the deal. Okay, I want to, I know that it should be x squared because it started off as x cubed. All right, so I have x squared plus 8x plus 4. And unfortunately for us, there aren't two factors of 4 that'll add to give me 8. So that means if I set this equal to 0, I'm going to have to use the quadratic formula. So I get x equals the opposite of b, so negative 8, plus or minus the square root of 8 squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Well, underneath my square root, 64 minus 16 is underneath that root, all over 2. Well, 64 minus 16, oh, looks like my oven's ready. All right. 64 minus 16 is 48, all over 2. Okay. Remember root 48 I can express as root 16 times root 3, which would give me negative 8. The square root of 16 is 4, so I'd write that as 4 root 3 all over 2. Now all three of these numbers are divisible by 2. Negative 8 divided by 2, is 4, so I get x equals negative 4 plus or minus 2 root 3. Those are two of my zeros, and I also have to come back to the top and include this 3. A lot of us forget that. It told you that x minus 3 is a factor. That means x equals 3 is a 0. So, and x equals 3. Okay, so don't forget about that. That's a common mistake that a lot of people make. They forget about that 3. All right, x minus 6 is a factor. That tells me that x equals 6. So I put 6 in my box. Coefficients from our polynomial, 1, negative 11, 34, negative 24. 1 comes straight down. I do 1 times 6 to get 6. When I go down, I add. Negative 11 plus 6 gives me negative 5. Negative 5 times 6, negative 30 to get 4. 4 times 6 is 24, which is 0. That's good. Start off with x cubed. That means I go to x squared minus 5x plus 4, and I'm going to set that equal to 0 so I can factor maybe? Yes, I can. Two numbers that multiply to 4 and add to negative 5. X minus 4, x minus 1. Wow, we're having fun. So x equals 4, x equals 1, and from the beginning, right here, x also equals 6. There you go. Hopefully those videos help. Let me know if you have any other questions. Deuces.